Boss, there's no doubt about it. Cypher's working on something in Central Africa. There's evidence they've been in contact with private forces operating in the region. We follow that evidence. We should learn what Cypher is after. Diamond Dogs has gotten a lot bigger. Now's the time to take the offensive. Head back to the ACC for your next mission.
Combat support. Just let us know.
Roger.
Please select a mission.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Through the rain, someday you'll feed on a tree frog.
Please specify a project.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
For the day we see you.
Gaining altitude.
Mission
Boss, I've been meaning to tell you something.
Mission.
Our old friend Zero hasn't been seen in public since you left the States. That was over 10 years ago now. You suspected he was responsible for the accident at your base in the Caribbean, but at that point, Zero was already bedridden, so it never felt right to me that Zero gave the order. Now that I've seen the man Emmerich was working for, I'm sure he didn't. I know that man. He was our old friend's XO. A man without a face. Not one you want to look at anyway. Skullface. He's the one who destroyed your base 9 years ago. The unit he commands, XOF, was Cypher's strike force, but he's since split from Zero and used XOF to usurp control over Cypher itself. In other words, the Cypher we're hunting isn't Zero. Beyond Zero is a void that's even darker. Skullface.
It wasn't just Cypher. Back in the Caribbean, every eye in the world was turned on us. A private army, just a bunch of guys with guns, in possession of a nuke? Why wouldn't they be uncomfortable?
And that's why you made sure the inspection happened.
Well, I thought our best move was to prove to the UN through the IAEA that we had no nuke. Of course, I was against us having it in the first place, but that was Snake's decision.
The boss wasn't responsible.
Well, don't get me wrong, I still believed in Snake. I thought I was making the best decision for all of us, that's all. I figured we should get a third party to exonerate us before proof of the nuke did get out. And who better to do that than an organization with international authority?
So the truth is, you took it upon yourself to agree to an inspection arranged by the UN. Only the inspection was a ruse, and Cypher's strike force, XOF, showed up instead.
I had no idea that would happen.
Enough bullshit!
Oh, sure, like I could have known. You know, I was just trying to prove our innocence to the world. What's wrong with that?
We're not interested in the excuses you thought up. The truth is objective.
Just see it from my point of view.
You led XOF to the control tower. They seized it, giving them complete control over the base. Moments later, they detonated C4 on the strut legs. Anyone who'd managed to survive was hunted down by the assault force and their choppers.
You can't believe I did that on purpose.
That was the end of Mother Base. But it wasn't the end for you.
How can you... Look, think about it. I lost something too. I built Zeke and it got buried underwater. I am a victim.
That raises the big questions.
Please.
Why were you the only one spared? You got away without a scratch. Why did Strangelove leave the base on the eve of the inspection? You two were close.
Strangelove?
And how did you manage to build something that surpasses Zeke in every way? Because you did everything they told you. You're the only one who didn't lose a thing. That is the truth.
I was taken away against my will.
Please.
Skullface forced me to do his research these past 9 years. He used me. I lost 9 years.
9 years. We all lost 9 years. It wasn't just you.
I suppose blaming me makes you feel better, does it? But who's gonna give me back all the time I lost?
You're not getting anything back. You're not a victim here, Emmerich. You're the perpetrator.
I didn't know anything.
Nobody can back that up. Yeah,
Please.
all the evidence is at the bottom of the ocean. Boss, this contract comes out of Angola. That's right, Central Africa, where Emmerich claimed they were working on a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. There's been a massive oil spill from Mafinda oil field. It's flowing into the river and contaminating the water supply. An environmental NGO has asked us to stop the spill by destroying the facility. Environmental activism isn't exactly our line of work, but it's not that simple either. The group operating the oil facility and causing the spill is the rebel group UNITA. And word has it that UNITA is getting supplied with U.S. military weapons. That sounds to me like Cypher's pulling their strings. Boss, it's time to give Cypher a little surprise.
Target is Angola's Mfinda oil field, upstream from the landing point. A spill has covered the whole area and crude. A pipeline that crosses the Muneni River failed, and now the shore's a mess. Not to mention the villages downstream have no drinking water. To the pipeline from that facility. Taking it out should end the leak. The client this time is an environmental NGO. Destroy the facility. Stop that leak. This may seem like straight-up philanthropy, but there's another reason we agreed to it. The Mfinda oil field was outdated, abandoned. Then the rebel group UNITA moved in, taking it upon themselves to kickstart operations. UNITA's been rapidly modernizing its arsenal. Rumor has it someone's been selling them U.S. military hardware. Intel's analysis suggests the broker's a front company, Cyphers. Keeping tabs on UNITA could tell us who's pulling its strings. Make your way to the oil facility. It's to the north, past Bwala Yamasa. The village is currently occupied by UNITA, so stay sharp. We started has taken a pretty crooked course these past 9 years. With no other options, soldiers have become dogs of war, sent to conflict zones as private forces, or PFs. Guys we fought alongside are dying all around the globe for no reason. No banner. But it's how they survive. The demand for PFs here in Africa is especially high. Cold War standoffs, resource exploitation, tribal clashes. What's big business for developed countries has only brought conflict here. That mess you're standing in is just the latest example.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
It's digitalis. It's toxic, but it can also be used as medicine.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You've arrived at Massa Village. It's been turned into a supply hub for UNITA, meaning it'll be stocked with weapons and resources. Should be a thing or two that'll come in handy. Don't be shy. They deserve to be in better hands.
The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please specify a project. Please source supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Delta 4. Was het onbekende wapenvuur? Positie onbekend. Over. Dat is CP, begrijp. Ons is onder de aanval. Alle eenheden op gereedheid. Uit. CP!
Please specify a project.
Sieberes Delta 4. Visuele contact verloren. Keer terug naar laatste bekende positie. Over. Dat is CP, begrijp. Houd die voort in.
Please supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Sieberes Delta 4. Die vijand heeft weggekomen. Ons gaan hem nou zoeken. Over. Dat is CP, begrijp. Wees op jullie hoede. Moet je te laten huilen je omringing. Uit.
Some will set shortly. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Sieberes Delta 4. Geen teken van die vijand. Ons staak je zoektocht. Over. Dat is CP, begrijp. Blijf op je hoede. Uit. Sieberes Delta 4. Onbekende geweer hier geworden. Delta 4 gaat voort. Kom in, Delta 4. Wat is de situatie? Alle eenheden staan bij.
Caution, rain approaching.
De CP, begrijp. Pak defensieve posities en zoek die sniper. Uit. Sieberes Delta 6. Vijandige scherpschutter verloren. Blijf gereed. Over. Dat is CP, begrijp. Wees paraat. Meneer Lemping hygiënie. Uit.
Analysis complete.
Sieberes Delta 6. Moeilijke indelingen. Wees opgereed uit grondslag. Over. Dat is CP, begrijp.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Outpost captured.
sound of rainfall should help to mask your footsteps.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
That's a Nubian goat.
Detected.
It's a dairy breed whose milk is ideal for cheese production. It's also butchered for meat, but don't get any ideas. The Finda oil field is the property of Saner, South African Natural Resources. Saner drills oil wells wherever they can throughout that region. When the oil dries up, they abandon the facility. Then it's only a matter of time before the aging equipment starts leaking crude. That means United's takeover is the perfect cover for Saner. Now they can blame the spill on a bunch of oil thieves. However you look at it, Saner's far from squeaky clean.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
There it is. The oil facility. To stop the leak, you need to shut down the oil transfer pump and destroy the oily water separator tank. The details are on your iDroid.
Analysis complete.
That's the oily water separator tank. One of the targets.
Enemy
Take it out.
presence detected. The map has been analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
GPS Delta Nieuw. Ons workscooter. Die oorsprong onbekend. Hoor. Er is CP, begrijp. Alle eenheden. Hou wacht. Geen grensdrukkers. Uit. CP, dat is Delta hier. Onbekende geweerskutter. Oorsprong onbekend. Hoor. Er is CP, begrijp. Alle eenheden. Ons vermoedelijke indringers hier. Uit. besigtig. Uit. Dis Delta 1. Geen teken van die vyand. Ondersoek die gebied. Oor. Dis CP, begryp. Moenie laat hulle julle voorspring nie. Hou die vol. Uit. Dis Delta 1. Visuele kontak verloor. Keer terug na laaste bekende posisie. Oor. Dis CP, begryp. Hou die voort en punt hulle. Uit.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Neutralize that, and our choppers can breathe a little easier.
Alle troepen, dit is CP. Wat is de situatie? Alle eenheden, staan bij. Doe hier, dit is CP. Hiermee opzomen. Kom hier. Kom in.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Installatie is beskadig. Moeilijke vijandige sabotasie. Oor. Dit is CP, begrijp. Weg met onderzoek. Zo gauw als mogelijk. Uit.
Outpost captured.
Destroy that separator tank. You'll need to use explosives. Got any C4? Alright, you planted the C4. Don't set it off until you're at a safe distance. Good. You're away from the C4. Any signs? Separator tank. Now you need to stop the oil transfer pump. Good. You're away from the C4. Any sign of the enemy? Be sure to time the explosion carefully.
You have arrived at your destination.
Target is the oil transfer pump. You need to shut it down.
You have arrived at your destination.
There's the transfer pump control room. The emergency stop button is probably inside it. transfer pump shutoff confirmed. Objectives complete. But the enemy has tightened security. Get out of there ASAP.
Please select a land support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete, boss. Took another look into Sainer, the owner of the oil field. They were behind what happened. They hired the PF, not United. They restarted the facility all the while pretending they were the victims. One other thing. Sainer's Johannesburg head office is just a room in a multi-tenant building. Company's essentially non-existent. 3 years ago, that investment fund stepped in and started gutting it through a series of mergers and sell-offs. And get this. The fund itself no longer exists either. It's a shell corporation, meaning someone is just using Sainer's name from the shadows. But what about those strange corpses? Just what the hell were they doing over there?
Or upgrade the chassis. Give the order from your iDroid.
Side ops list
Boss,
updated.
I've updated the mission list. We've received a new job offer. It doesn't seem connected to Cypher or Skullface at all. But if it goes well, we may get an Afrikaans interpreter. The details are on your iDroid.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Caution, rain approaching. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Commencing platform construction. Please select a mission. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan. Please specify a project. Please select a land heading to Afghanistan. approaching. Analysis complete.
A Soviet soldier. A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians. Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger if they're not fighting their own race. Morbid cynicism, but it gets results. That's humanity for you. You gotta extract him.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Extraction arrived at the mother base. Development project has been added. Marker placed. The map has been guard post captured. Analysis complete.
subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
That's the target. Is that one of our men from 9 years ago? Bring him home, boss.
Development complete. Development complete. Side op completed.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Arrived at Mother Base. Development complete. Please select a mission. Please select a land support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Buddy departing area of operations.
Departing.
Side ops list updated. Please select a mission. Clouds approaching.
There's a violent power struggle going on within the contract forces of Africa, the PF that ran security for the Mafinda oil field. Most of their key people are Afrikaners, but naturally for a South African organization, some of its founders are British. Details are sketchy, but apparently the Afrikaners are holding these British personnel for interrogation near Kaziba camp. We've been asked to rescue one of them, a man known as the Viscount. We don't have the Viscount's exact location, but he doesn't speak the Afrikaners' language, Afrikaans. They'll need an interpreter who speaks English in order to interrogate him. Meaning if we tail the interpreter, he'll lead us right to the target. By the way, the contract specifies that it's all right to ignore the other British prisoners. But the final decision is yours, boss. There's a violent power struggle going on within the contract forces of Africa, the PF that ran security for the Mafinda oil field. Most of their key people are Afrikaners, but naturally for a South African organization, some of its founders are British. Details are sketchy, but apparently the Afrikaners are holding these British personnel for interrogation near Kaziba camp. We've been asked to rescue one of them, a man known as the Viscount. We don't have the Viscount's exact location, but he doesn't speak the Afrikaners' language, Afrikaans. They'll need an interpreter who speaks English in order to interrogate him. Meaning if we tail the interpreter, he'll lead us right to the target. By the way, the contract specifies that it's all right to ignore the other British prisoners. But the final decision is yours, boss.
Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa.
Several high-level British CFA officials are being held by their Afrikaner colleagues. One of these prisoners is the rescue target, a guy known as the Viscount. The target's location is unknown, but they're bound to have an interpreter present when they interrogate him. We've used info from the intel unit to predict the interpreter's location. It's on your iDroid. Follow the interpreter and extract the target when you find him.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Whoa! Whoa!
Analysis complete. The map
The target's location is unknown. They're bound to have an interpreter present when they interrogate him.
updated.
Follow the interpreter and extract the target when you find him. You found the interpreter. Now follow him to the target.
Meld aan met gevangenen.
Analysis complete.
That's not the target.
Maak het met hem.
Orders are only the Viscount gets rescued. Can't understand why he'd receive special treatment,
Ja, meneer.
but I don't imagine it'll be a problem to save the other prisoners too.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
The
Analysis
CFA are all business. Hard to believe they're interrogating their own. Situation must be worse than we thought. Make a wrong move, and they could kill the target without warning. Afrikaans is the lingua franca for mercs in that area. If you're going to get any information from interrogations, you'll need an interpreter. But don't extract the interpreter just yet. If he doesn't turn up, they won't be able to do the interrogation. If they then decide the target's no longer any use to them, they won't hesitate to kill him. That prisoner you extracted wasn't the target, but we did get some information.
Analysis
Seems the
complete.
prisoners aren't held together, and the cells and interrogation rooms are separate places.
Spit it out. Let's see it.
Afrikaans is the lingua franca for mercs in that area. If you're going to get any information from interrogations, you'll need an interpreter.
Sta op!
gee jou laaste kans.
This is your last chance.
Die MPLA se olieveldregte. Waar het die inligting vandaan gekom?
The MPLA's oilfield rights. Where did you get this information?
I told you. I only know it was an anonymous source.
Dit was 'n anonieme bron.
Moenie my vir 'n poepel vat nie.
You're not fooling anybody.
Ask any of the others. Nobody knows anything.
Hy sê jy moet die ander probeer vra.
O, so hulle het saam 'n storie opgemaak. Dit is hoekom jy nie die Britte kan vertrou nie. Weet jy hoeveel Afrikaners sit onder die hele gelei tydens die Boereoorlog?
You made up a story with the others. You British are all liars. You know how much the Afrikaners suffered because of you in the Boer War.
That wasn't me.
Hy sê dit was nie hy nie.
Want dit was julle wat ons verraai het.
But it was you that betrayed us.
It wasn't me. It was the Viscount.
Genoeg! As jy niks weet nie, is ons seker klaar nie.
So, our rescue target was behind some kind of plot.
Extract analysis complete.
Boss, I did some digging, and it seems the target himself gave us this mission through a representative. Obviously, he couldn't contact us directly due to his predicament, but still, something about this Viscount doesn't add up.
That caused you.
That prisoner wasn't the target either. We got some more information, though. They're going to interrogate the target at night.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added. Analysis complete. Clouds approaching.
Sy sê dat sy niks weet nie.
Daar's niks nie.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
If you're going to use a weapon, be careful not to draw the enemy's attention.
Prisoner has died.
Boss, one of the prisoners has been killed. We don't know if it was a target or not. Hurry up and ID the target.
Analysis complete.
Huh? Wat?
CP, dit is jullie 4. Ja, van ons mannen is uitgevat. Oor. Er is CP
Boss, with that panic going on, they could decide to kill the target. Hurry.
Boss, come in. Boss?
The target's location is unknown, but they're bound to have an interpreter present when they interrogate him.
CP de Zulu 1. Ik het iets die moeite werd hier. Hoe moet ons voortgaan? Oor. Er is CP, begrijp. Scherp securiteit en wees wakker. Uit.
If you're going to use a weapon, be careful not to... down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Er is CT, begrijp. Alleen jullie. Hou wacht en vind enige indringers. Uit.
Clouds approaching.
Dit is Delta 6. Was het een moeilijke indringer? Wees opgereed met grondslag. Oor. Er is CT, begrijp. Moenie securiteit verslapt nie. Uit.
Analysis complete. Prisoner has died.
Boss, one of the prisoners has been killed. We don't know if it was a target or not. Hurry up and ID the target.
De Zulu 4. Bedreiging gewaar. Ga op gereedheid. Oor. Er is CT, begrijp. Besmet die omgeving. Uit.
Analysis complete.
Wag heeft punt enige indringers. Uit.
It's no good, boss. Attacking like that won't cut it. Aim somewhere else. Or change to a different weapon.
Analysis complete.
Alles geht verder, de CPS. Ons wordt aangevallen.
Boss, with that panic going on, they could decide to kill the target. Hurry.
CPS, dit is jullie team. Gevaar verloren. Bespreek als punt op contact. Oor. De CPS begrijpt. Onderzoek die area. Maar blijf op jullie hoede. Uit.
They won't be able to interrogate anyone. Or they'll just kill the target. Boss. Well, we'll just have to interrogate him to find out where the target is. Boss, we got the interrogation location out of the interpreter. He also said it will begin at night. They'll be starting any time now. Hurry!
Development project has been added.
Interrogate him. Find out what he knows.
Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination. information. Caution, rain approaching.
CP, begrijp. Zoek in elke hoek. En dan moet iewers wees. Uit. HK. De CP. Ons het die vijand ingetrek, maar contact verloren na het kruisvuur. Vijand kan nog iewers daarbij wegkruip. Adviseer waakzaamheid.
Marker placed. Marker removed.
Don't forget to check indoors. There may be clues regarding the target's whereabouts. So, our rescue target was behind some kind of plot. Boss, I did some digging, and it seems the target himself gave us this mission through a representative. Obviously, he couldn't contact us directly due to his predicament, but still, something about this Viscount doesn't add up.
Enemy presence detected. The map map has been updated.
Boss, leave the intel files till later. The enemy's on combat alert. If you run into trouble, give us a call. We may be able to offer some advice.
CP, dis jullie hier. Sig op werk verloor. Bespreek laaste punt van kontak. Oor. Dit is CP, begryp. Hou die voort en punt hulle. Uit.
This is a list of prisoner detainment locations.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit function added.
Target extraction confirmed. Get yourself out of the hot zone. By chopper or by land. It's your choice.
Mission info has been. Please support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Squad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work. Boss, one of the other British prisoners filled us in about the Viscount. It turns out he's a real two-faced son of a bitch. He was planning to secure the MPLA's oil field rights for himself in exchange for swapping the CFA's alliance from the anti-government United rebels to the state-backed MPLA. He hid this from the Afrikaners, but once he thought the jig was up, he tried to pin it on the other British personnel and take off. The Afrikaners captured him, and that was when he asked us to rescue him, and only him. I'll throw him in the brig for now, but we may have to be extra persuasive with this one. By the way, boss, we got some interesting news out of our friend the Viscount. He mentioned that more than a few PFs in the region have purchased walker gears. The CFA's the same. That's Soviet Army technology, and it's still a prototype. Only Cypher could be leaking it to the PFs. But the question is, why? Boss, one of the latest missions to come in is connected to the walker gears. This could be our chance to close in on Cypher. Take a look at your mission list.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.